Have you ever woken up in the morning with a big cock in your ear? That damn bird screeched so loud that I cooked it for dinner. That's why stables are a bad place to sleep. Luckily the farmer didn't find out about it.
I will stay right here and wait for you to bring me what I need. Excellent. Now, you must come with me. You'll become a part of this. You must be present for the ritual. It is time, Ymars.
You bring an outsider here, and now insist I call on Malakath for help, when he has clearly forsaken me. You try my patience, Atub.
Doing nothing will not grant our tribe relief from this curse. We must try.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Now we begin the ritual. Great Malakath, we beseech you, aid us in our time of need.
Why are we bothering with this?
You pathetic weakling!
What's that?
Malakath has heard my pleas. He speaks to us.
You dare summon me, Ymars?
What? What is this?
You don't deserve to call yourself an orc. You're weak, you're small, and you're an embarrassment. You let giants overrun my shrine. Bring me their leader's club as an offering, and I might release you from this curse.
So it will be. Malakath has spoken, Ymars. Your path is clear.
Very well. You, outsider, come here. I want a word. This is all your fault, you know. I'm stuck fighting a giant now, thanks to you. So you're going to help me. You're going with me, and you're going to make sure I don't have any trouble reaching that giant. Don't worry, I'll make it worth your while. This giant, it's not the only thing in Fallowstone Cave. Getting to it isn't going to be easy. You're going to clear a path to the giant so I can conserve my strength. I'll make sure you're paid for it. So you meet me at Fallowstone Cave, and I'll get this over with. I can have my tribe back, and you can leave us alone.
Dear, I think he has upset Malakath. Anyway, who does he think he is? We don't have to help him at all. He's a rubbish leader, and he should be grateful we even bothered to try and help with his tribe's curse. If that orc doesn't pay up, then I say we show him how weak and pathetic he really is.
run off.
They say Skyrim belongs to the Nords. Mostly Nords say it. But I say it belongs to whoever has the biggest hammer. Caves are a good place for exercise. Lots of bandits, lots of mages, and lots of death.
If there's a chance this'll save me, then I'm taking it. I'll lead the way, but you'd better back me up. Let's get this over with. All right. I'll go kill this giant. Unless, of course, you'd like to make some extra gold. I'm tired. I haven't slept well in weeks. You kill the giant. Bring me the hammer. We go back to Lagerspur. I tell everyone I did it. You keep your mouth shut, and I pay you. Handsomely. Fine. Then wait here. This should only take a second.
Sense dark forces just ahead. Be on your guard.
I thought orcs were supposed to be strong and fearless and die fighting. These guys can
Want to know more, but I am.
Mars was a fool, always trying to scheme his way out of responsibility. Well, the giants took care of him, and you took care of the giants. 2 problems solved at once. Now, take Shagrel's hammer back to Largishburg, and we'll see about whipping the rest of them into shape.
Did you really think that he could take us on? And that Malakath wouldn't have noticed that he cheated? Oh, orcs aren't the most intelligent creatures, though.
Malakath blesses this land for the orcs, and the orcs alone. But what of Yamars? I see. He did not survive. He died well. Ah, that is good to hear then.
Yamars was a coward and a weakling. His deceitful ways have cost you all greatly.
So he has been punished. And what of us? What fate shall we suffer?
You'll have to prove yourselves, but I'm willing to give you a chance. Gullerzo's in charge now. Let's hope he's a better chief. You place that hammer on the shrine. You're the only one who's proven worthy in all of this.
Hello, friend. We have lived in Skyrim since before the Nords came. Our way is simple. All work to make the tribe strong. Only the bravest are allowed to lead, and to marry. A great chief is able to attract many wives and raise bold children. Wise women like myself are mothers of chieftains. We guide the tribe and advise our kin on what is most pleasing to Malakath. Malakath protect you.
What can I get you?
Pour me an ale.
How much of our money have you spent today? Anything left, or is it all gone?
Woman, you'll be the death of me yet.
Was there something you wanted?
We sell bows, arrows, and...
If you had to choose to make love to a hagraven, a werewolf, or a vampire, which one would you choose? Wouldn't that be like making love to a corpse? Well, I can't say I've tried it, so I'll reserve judgment.
Then you've come to the right place.
Of course. Bored? Can't we do something a little more exciting? Like insulting a Jarl or punching a sleeping dragon? Actually, that's probably going a bit too far, even for me.
I'm sure we can meet your hunting needs.
Time to move, I guess.
This world is like a story, a tale that never ends. Indeed, you must. What do you wish to know?
We sell bows, arrows...
This? This armour is a gift from the Orflag's navy, from a time of plague and retribution. Sirabane had heard of my presence in the Crystal Tower of Somerset, and sought my aid to develop a cure for a great sickness that was spreading through all the land. He believed the Slows were responsible for this atrocity, and thus we chartered a ship and sailed to their coral kingdom of Thras. Yet when we arrived, we discovered plague-bloated corpses littered this atoll, and that the Slows were as much a victim of this disease as the people of Tamriel. I wandered their deepest halls, and found no traces of life wherever I looked. Such a search proved fruitless, and I was about to turn back, when I heard a deep breathy whisper from below, and felt a tremor that shook Thras. I exited the ruins to find Sirabane choking under a cloud of noxious fumes that seemed to have come from thin air.
I can tell you're
He
no
whispered,
stranger to the wilds.
"Take my ring,
I'm sure we can
and
meet
plunge
your
it into the
hunting
heart of stone," before expiring. Such an object was quite strange, as it seemed to have been made from clear glass, with a hollow point at one end, and even gazing into his eyes before he died revealed no answers, for his mind was lost to the insanity that the fumes brought about. I was about to leave Thras for good, when the island shuddered again and twin fumes of purple clouds emitted from below the water. Suddenly I had a flash of understanding, and shielding myself with a quick orb of light, dove beneath the water to come face to face with a gargantuan sea turtle, whose shell was Thras, and whose very breath was plague and death. It saw me, and spit an orb of poison in my direction, but I evaporated it with a burst of light and struck in turn, blinding the monstrous creature in one eye. It screeched with the fury to boil the waves, but I heeded it not, and swam closer. The turtle lashed out blindly with a flipper, yet missed wildly, and I saw my chance. As it completed the momentum of that attack, I swam to the gap in its shell from which the flipper protruded, and jabbed Sirabane's ring into the unarmoured flesh within, filling the ring with blood from the sea monster. Then I touched the creature's shell, and used its energy to teleport myself back to the Crystal Tower, for I knew that this monster was one of the towers of Tamriel.
If you have need of hunting supplies, then you've come to the right place.
When I returned, I took on the guise of the fallen Sirabane, and infused his blood-filled drink with my knowledge of the turtle's nature in the form of encoded light. Then, with a whisper, I unleashed a blinding array of light from Sirabane's ring and directed each ray to seek out, cure, and immunise those affected by the Thracian plague. Yet my job was not yet done, for I had to destroy the Tower of Reef Swim and put an end to any further outbreaks. With Bendu Olo, the commander of the Colovian fleet at my side, we rallied the people of Tamriel under one banner and sailed to Thras. Once there, I maintained the illusion that the island was silent and still, and populated by Slode, for none could know the true extent of the threat. I directed each wave of bombardments to our true target, the massive sea turtle, and shielded the entire fleet from its poisonous breath and spit with invisible barriers of light. When the turtle began to falter and waver, I jumped overboard and forsake the guise of Sirabane for my true self. With hands shrouded in blinding light, I tore asunder the fabric between worlds, yet this time in a controlled and directed manner, and opened a portal to the primordial void. Then I summoned the last of my strength, and cast an apocalyptic ray of light at the only good eye of Reef Swim, blinding it completely. Then, with a sense of finality, I vaporized a sheet of water right above my portal with a fan of light, creating a pulse of noise that drew the turtle's attention, and watched it swim into nothingness. We were victorious, and as we celebrated on the decks of our ships, united in song and dance, I ended my array of illusions, and closed my portal to the void, so that no trace of what really happened would ever be known. Then Bendu Olo clapped me on the back and presented me with the set of armour I now wear, for he had seen me emerge from the water, and assumed that I was responsible for sinking the island of the Slode. Thus I was heralded as a hero by all, yet quickly took on another illusionary form to avoid undue attention. We sailed for Tamriel the next morning, but before I left, I tossed into the sea a single spark of light that would be the pearl from which a new Thras would be born, and another spark that contained the minds of the Slode I had once met during a raid on Somerset, for I felt responsible for their demise, and wished to bring about a new dawn. Stars above guide us.
Hello, friend. In the market for some hunting supplies? An archer, eh? I've got just what you need. Thank you very much for your business.